Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel, and we are here to do your reading and checking, having a quick sneak peek to what's happening in the second half of June 2020. I've already done the reading for the overall June, so you can probably watch that if you're guided to. There you will get it's a detailed one, and this one I just do a quick sneak peek in the second half. And very interesting times because we are heading towards the eclipse tomorrow, and that is going to be a very interesting energy shift which we might experience, because the way the entire arrangements are happening in the entire in the astral plane. There's 6 major planets in the retrograde state, and we've had that lunar eclipse recently in Sagittarius, and we have another one on July 5th which is in Capricorn. So largely the shift, and as per Vedic astrology, it's not considered to be a good sign, or maybe it's considered to be very challenging times kind of thing, when you have 2 eclipses happen in 20 days, and that's what is happening in these times. And so very interesting energy. So I'm very curious how this is turning out, what messages are coming forth for you here, Pisces. So let's see. We've got the first one, which is again a major arcana is what you start on with, and which is the Justice card. And this is the different kind of a tarot, and I always say that I use this generally for my second halves. I've started using it from the last month precisely. I use it offline, but on YouTube channel I've been using it for since last month only. Now, this is from the Lost Book of Nostradamus, and works very differently. And if you're familiar with the tarot, you would see the justice, the way you would see it in any other tarot, is very different in what you see in the imagery of the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus. Now here, if you see, I'm not sure if you can, I will show you closely. There is a feet lying there, just a feet, okay? And there is this flower, there is this what do you call this, sickle or whatever, and there is this a kind of, this is used in also in harvest times. So, and there is this flower. So what I'm sensing is that there could be a sacrifice which comes on the way, wherein you have to let go something to gain something, not in a very harsh way though, but it is fine. I mean, it was probably something which is not needed. It's something which you have, it's kind of a waste material. When you harvest, there is maybe you just keep the, how do you call that, I don't know what terminologies to use, but then you don't keep, there is the hay which you kind of keep aside and pick the rice, right? So you need to be very mindful of that kind of a thing, and you'll be able to pay heed to what's actually right and what's not. And you need to balance out things in your life like that. Are you picking up on too much of hay, and hence missing out on the core values or the enjoyment in life? Those are the kind of questions which might be popping up for you here, Pisces, as I'm kind of picking on your energy, because it's a time for you to make those choices. It's time for you to kind of balance out things for you. And that's exactly what I'm picking on. And here we have another one which you get is the 7 of Spheres. Now, Spheres is actually the Pentacles energy here, and it's with the 7 of Spheres, or the 7 of Pentacles. It's a time for again being patient, and it's something that you still have to gain knowledge, or kind of seek, I would not say advice, but then there is a little bit more which you need to know in the situation. So, or if I need to put it like that, that you need to learn that discernment, or that wisdom of discerning still has to surface. Not that you don't have it, It's just that you need to exercise it. We all have all that we need, and that's been given to us by universe. But are we able to exercise all the beauties and wonders of the universe? No. We have it all within, but we have to exercise it so that we also know that yes, we have it and we are kind of implementing in our lives. And this is what I'm picking up for you here, Pisces, that you probably need to balance out things, and so that you can bring out that wisdom, that discernment, that what you need to pick and what you need to drop, so that your life becomes more beautiful and it becomes more balanced than what stage it is at this point in time. And that needs to happen at the material space and the material world. And here we've got this 5 of moons, because yeah, it's very it's like if I go by the normal tarot, this is the card wherein you're kind of lost in the past and crying over the spill milk kind of an energy. But here I'm sensing that this person is kind of drawn into understanding something in a very deeper sense, in a deeper meaning. And this could be all that you are, what I'm picking on from this is that all that you need to exercise and learn the art of discernment so that you can balance and enjoy life more. You have all the answers in your emotions. Your emotions are also guiding you up to a great deal. What are you, you need to be mindful of your emotions is what I'm sensing. You need to see that what is drawing that emotions of high vibration, which is joy, bliss, happiness, etc. in your inner sense, or in your life, or what are those things which are bringing you or pulling you down, making you feel the sorrow, sadness, worry, etc. And those are the kind of areas of beliefs you need to work. So there is a lot of work which this person is doing, and there is a lot of work which is deep diving into emotions, is what you need to be doing in the second half. And it is a very interesting time to retrospect, to introspect, as we kind of review our lives, because this is a retrospective. 6 major planets in the retrograde season, in the retrograde state. So that's very, very times when you can always reflect back, go within, understand why, what happened, and pick your lessons. Let me add one more layer to it and see what else is coming forth. I've got 2 cards here. We've got one is 9 of Pentacles, and we've got the 8 of Swords, which is like the card of limitation. Now understand that what you want is this flourishing, beautiful garden for yourself, which you've worked for. And this is what we were talking about, the harvest. You are ready to, you have worked hard, Pisces. You have worked really, really hard on yourself, in your material world. In your inner world is where you need to explore more now. In the material world, you're ready to harvest it's a well-deserved one, because you've worked so much on creating what you have created, and now you're feeling very stable. You're feeling pretty confident and enjoying that space, that garden of yourself, your garden, which is so beautiful. But here there is something which is limiting, and this is what, because you still need to kind of balance out certain things. You still have to not be drawn and be limited in your mental body, in your mental space. And this is the card for your mental body here. In your mental space, in your mental body, you're still kind of being entangled by things which are not serving you, and you need to be mindful of that. And your emotions are giving you those answers, that what's serving you and what's not serving you. So it's very, very important that during these times you pay heed, you understand yourself through your emotions. And here we have the Knight of Wands here, and understand your emotions and what's kind of lighting that fire in you. What are those things which are lighting that fire in you here, Pisces? This is a fire energy here is what we're picking on. So your emotions, while you kind of understand and study them, read them, invest time in knowing yourself through emotions, you will also be able to figure out there are certain things which are making you feel alive. There are things which wants to be kind of taken ahead so that you can feel that fire within you once again. And at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Pentacles. I just was keeping it and I realized that I'm keeping it upside down, and I looked at the card. So King of Pentacles, this is a very beautiful energy. This King of Pentacles is flourished, has all the material needs met, and so much so this entire empire not only can serve himself but to all the people around him as well. And that's the wonderful being you are becoming. So you don't have to operate out of any, and there is, you still can have the emotional balance, you still can be a balanced being even if you're working on the material needs. So we are material and we are equally spiritual. So we are spirit and a material embodied in one, and that's the understanding. We need to balance things out. People think that once we walk on the path of spirituality then we'll have to let go material, or maybe when we are material we can't be spiritual. There is a very nice balance with which the universe works, and that is the balance with which you will have to also establish yourself now. Here Piscean is the message for you. Now let me pick one card from Archangel Michael or Romance Angels. I've got two cards here and both are from Romance Angels. I've got one more which kind of fell while I was keeping the so I will pick first this only because it came on top. Finances and careers. So that is one aspect which you still are very focused. There is nothing wrong if you're doing so, but you still need to be very focused that you need to be also balancing other aspects of your life. And I'm just reading it out. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Now this could not really mean, I don't read these cards exactly the way it comes, specifically these oracle ones and even others, but you need to pick the message that's where you need to be. And it could absolutely, I read that because it may apply to some of you as it is. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You need to be optimistic, you. And I'm sensing that some of you and people who are tuning in might be watching this reading for specific love interest, then because we've got these three love from from Romance Angels, and just there is a confirmation that there is a past life relationship. You have known each other before, so you need to be staying optimistic. For all those who are watching this for romantic aspect, you need to be staying optimistic. There are belief systems which you need to let go. There is maybe the need to kind of focus on finances and career at this point in time, but that doesn't mean that while you're doing so you cannot be invested in other aspects. So please be bring that balance in and stay optimistic about whatever you're doing. And even if you're not watching it for the romantic aspect or any partnership aspect, there is this still a connection which is very strong in your life which is coming forth, and there is definitely a need for you to be optimistic. And as I said, that if you're focused on finances and career, you still can be focused on other aspects or establish that balance. I've got one card which kind of got upturned. Let me see what it is. Discernment. Can you believe this? You can't really make these things up, because this is what I was picking up throughout the reading, right? And discernment means sensing what feels right or wrong, trusting your judgment and acting on it. Your angel guidance is to look at the people and situations in your life now and respond to your gut feeling. Learn to develop your intuition and ask the angels to help you to discern the good from the bad. They will prompt and guide you. You will feel safer, happier, stronger, and clearer. Angel wisdom reminds you that when you can be trusted to use discernment, you can serve the universe in a great way. I trust my intuition is the affirmation you can use as much as you like. I'll see you while I do the July readings very soon. Let me kind of see how things turn out. And till then, spread love and be happy.